5, 4, 3, 2,
Two,
1.
one.
Don't forget, we always got to do that pause
We're
and
professionals.
reprimand. And
We're
now
professionals.
we're getting this down pretty good here. Interview for that Steve Harvey show or something,
Yeah.
huh? We take his job.
I think more likelihood is that Kristen's going to smack us before we get an interview.
Right? I think Steve Harvey job on Family Feud. They can do that.
Hey, he smokes cigars. We
Right?
smoke cigars. Same
No
thing.
doubt. No doubt.
He's got to talk about it. You know, we could do it.
Talking cigars. What are we smoking? Now, this one I could definitely say never smoked before.
Yep.
He's just, well, I don't even think they're available for sale yet. They're gonna be
Haven't been
rolling out
released.
soon.
Yep, haven't been released yet. It's the Trinidad Espiritu. It's the Series 2 with a Brazilian theme. Basically a Brazilian Arapiraca wrapper, all Nicaraguan, binder filler.
I was a little scared when you gave it to me. I was like, oh.
Yeah,
But you know what? It's not bad. I'm about a quarter of the way in.
yeah. Can't judge a book by its cover.
I was a little scared because it's dark.
Yeah,
It's a little stiff, a little hard, which sometimes to me is going to give you a little kick to it. But no, it's starting out real nice on it.
yeah.
But isn't it? I find it funny how they pick like their designs and all out. You go back years. Well, I don't know. Maybe they still make them. Remember when CAO had the Brazilian?
Yeah,
Same colors,
same colors.
green, blue.
Yellow.
I don't even know if they make them because we don't do a lot with. We have some CAOs, but we
Right.
don't do a lot. But I wonder why. Unless green is like the Brazilian color.
Wonder if it's the flag.
Oh, maybe it's the flag.
Could be the flag.
But as soon as you said that to me, I knew it was a Brazilian because I heard.
Yeah.
I seen some things online and stuff, and thinking, the same green and all that. Do they still make them? Remember they used to have them, the Italians,
Yes, they do.
the Italians, and what was the other? Brazilian.
The American. The
Was it
American.
The American.
Yeah,
Oh
the
yeah, you're
American.
right. It was red, white, and blue. The
Yep.
Italian. But that was a
Yeah,
that was a
I
while
still
ago.
pick up some of the Americas every now and again. I have some guys that just want to come in and buy a box.
I used to like them the more, but then it changed when the company sold and went through
Yeah, the
whole
Italian.
process.
I thought the Italian.
Not
was
only
a-
that, but just
oh,
I thought like their Maduro line.
Yeah.
I always thought it was one of the best cigars.
Yes.
When it was a small company owned by
Right.
CAO.
Yeah.
I can't think of the guy's name.
Ozinger.
Ozinger.
Tim Ozinger.
Tim. Yeah, that was the son, and the father was Cano.
Yeah.
Cano.
Yep.
Something.
Yep.
But I loved their Maduro, Turo Maduros. Remember, that was a good smoke.
Nice little box press.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it was a box, but that was way back before Bob's Press, I think.
Yeah.
But no, it was. I enjoyed them, and then they used to come out with these other lines, which was really nice. And you remember the human? Well, remember they got into the business. We're getting off track here from this, but anyway, they got. Remember when we first started buying from them, going back mid '90s, they only made humidors. It wasn't until after that they started getting into.
Did they do
cigars.
pipes as well?
Oh,
Did they do the
pipes. Yeah,
Meerschaum
yeah, yeah.
pipes? I remember
Big
buying
pipes.
Meerschaum pipes like.
But they used to do two size humidors. One that sold like for 100 and something, and then
Yeah.
one that was like two something. Two sizes, but they were like quality humidors, like
Yeah.
handmade,
Oh, yeah.
American made. They were really nice. And then the cigars,
Yeah, this day and age, used Tupperware.
yeah. And then I guess they're totally out of business. Sold who they sold out to,
General.
or did they sell to David out? Or was it General?
General.
General.
Yeah.
So I don't know if it's the same or not, but I
Could
remember
have
back
changed
then.
times. Could have changed hands a couple
Yeah.
times, and now General Cigar just branched off and created a new
Yeah.
division of some sort.
That's what I remember.
We
I
don't
love
get
that
involved too
Maduro.
much with them. So.
No. But no, this is smoke. You can't let it scare you, which happens a lot when people look in a humidor.
Oh yeah.
And me, myself included. I remember the first time I looked at an Onyx, the Maduro. Yeah, I mean, it
And that couldn't be further from the truth, right?
mild.
But this has got a
Smoke.
great burn on it. Another collaboration once again from Altadis with Rafael Nadal and AJ Fernandez. Soon to be released. Nice price point, not an expensive cigar.
No, not at all.
Yeah.
I'd like to
they
do like them two guys blending. I'd love to be there when they're blending that. How many times do you think, nah, I ain't putting that in there, put that in there. Put it,
What's the
no, I'm
matter
not
with
putting
you?
it in there.
What's the matter with you?
When you like to be there at the table when they're have all their binder, filler, wrappers, or whatever they do.
Just the amount of cigars that they smoke and test. They're not smoking cigar, start to finish. They're smoking just wrapper.
Yeah.
They're smoking just binder.
Binder.
And then to be able to put all that together And to see a finished product like that,
But I love, like, because usually with a cigar, it's like one guy blending and everybody tastes it. But
Yeah.
imagine two guys and they're like,
yeah.
You're killing me.
Speaking of that, we got an upcoming virtual event that we're going to be doing with La Flor Dominicana. It's called A Night in Santiago in February. And, so our sales rep sent me a video of one that they had recently done at a cigar shop in New England somewhere up there. And Tony Gomez was smoking a cigar, and John Carney asked him what he's smoking. He said, well, I can't really tell you, because I'm going to get in trouble again. Well, basically what he was smoking is, and then he decided to show everybody, was the Andalaj and Bull blend in a size that he likes. He started just making it for himself. It's like 6 1/4 by 44. I mean, great, nice size.
Yeah, that's a nice size.
Nice size, he said, I don't like smoking big ring gauge cigars.
Yeah.
He said, this is what I like smoking. That's how I taste more of the wrapper.
That's one of the perks when you're rolling your own
He said
cigars.
he's not sure if it's going to be something that they're going to roll out. He said, but they'll find a way pretty much to get it out there.
I'm sure they will. I'm sure they will.
I'm enjoying this. This is nice. It kind of like at first sight, to me, I was, looks like a Liga Privada number 9 with that really dark, same Brazilian type wrapper,
Except I think on the Liga is a little bit smoother
Definitely.
wrapper.
Yeah, definitely.
But this one,
Just
it's a little.
I like to use
rough.
the word on that as like unique.
Yeah.
Like that wrapper that is on the Liga Privada number 9 is just really unique.
Mhm.
So who's your pick? Who's your Super Bowl pick?
Well, here's the problem.
Well, let's don't pick with your wallet, pick with your heart.
That's the problem too.
Well, here we go.
Why does this always happen? So this is what happened. So it's going in this past weekend, Buffalo KC, right? So go Buffalo KC. I'm thinking, boy, Buffalo, I like the way they're playing, right? The last game of the season, they have to beat Miami to hold their better position, right? Miami's playing for a playoff spot, and they just took it to them, right?
Yeah.
First round, they've just been playing so good. So all week long, I'm thinking, oh, Buffalo. There's no way that put it all on Buffalo would happen. But why is that? Like, it feels so good, right? And by the end of the first quarter, I'm like, oh,
Whoa.
You're kidding me.
Where was this last week? My Dolphins could have been in the playoffs.
But so I don't know. I'm torn. Hard to go against experience of Tom Brady
Yeah.
and his skills and whatever he brings to the table. They're playing with a lot of confidence. They're at home, first time ever, Super Bowl team playing at home.
Yep.
I don't know how much the home field means anymore because there's really not a lot of fans.
Right.
But to me, KC, yeah, they're good. I'm not taking it away from them. But to me, they're getting a little too Hollywood.
Yeah.
Get
I
to
think
Hollywood.
with Kansas City, they've got some injuries they're dealing with, especially with Mahomes. I think if
He
he
didn't
could get
look-
right,
He didn't look injured at all the past week.
he couldn't run. He's not 100% with the
No.
ankle.
No. But
He gets 100%. He's a different ball game, different threat. Yeah, he's got experience as well. Even though he's so young, he's been there.
No.
He knows what it takes. I'm leaning towards Kansas City.
Yeah, I don't know. Well, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to come up with my pick, what I think it is, and I'm betting the other team.
Yeah.
And then you watch what's going to happen. I'm in that. Don't know which way to
and
go.
why is it that it's always seems to come down to right around the point spread? I don't know how they figure it out, but it's and it's
Right?
it's like
The
different,
over-under, the point spread,
End
everything.
of the game, they should be taking a field goal. Put the game out of reach, and they take a knee,
Yeah.
and then one team ends up covering. Money starts swinging.
Yep,
It's crazy.
it is. But I don't know yet. I'm still.
Let me know all of your
possibly-
picks. I'm going to do all the opposite.
You're a guaranteed winner if you do that. There's no doubt about it. But we'll see. It should be an exciting. It's always a good time to watch a game and put some friendly wagers on FanDuel. I love on that FanDuel. I'm addicted. You could bet anything and everything.
Too easy.
Too easy.
Oh,
a couple
man.
punches on the phone. And
Blackjack.
it's good.
Bad
oh,
news.
blackjack. Yeah, I didn't do
Bad
well. I didn't do
news.
well last night on blackjack.
No,
But
I'm trying to stay away from it for a little while. It sucks me in.
right.
Kids are running wild around the house. I'm like,
You're
hold on a
playing
second.
blackjack,
And you're hitting and you're staying by the
Yeah.
book, and doesn't matter. How come every single time on FanDuel blackjack, when they show a face card, always get 20?
Yeah.
Always. No 20 or blackjack. I've never seen them like a 2, right? Because then they got to keep hitting. Never seen them get a face card in the 2. I'm yelling monkey when I need it, and nothing
Monkey.
happens.
Monkey. I never knew what a monkey was. Now I know what monkey means.
We found out. Yeah, we found out.
Right.
That guy probably still in jail somewhere.
Yeah, right.
Hey, we won't go there. We're
No,
gonna
that's
start
it
going
for a
off
whole
on
nother-
tangents here.
That's a whole other story. What are you drinking tonight, though? It looks a little something different there.
It's
You
a
got
New
here.
England IPA. Something new we got on draft here at Smoke
Cunningham
Rings.
Brewery.
Yeah,
Nice local brewery.
Yeah.
Cunningham.
and I'm not really a big IPA guy,
Mhm.
but yeah, this is nice. Real refreshing. Nice light. It's nice and light. It's not
Yeah.
too heavy of a
You
beer.
ever tried our jalapeno log?
I had a little bit last week.
A little
Yeah,
tasty, right?
It's tasty. It is tasty.
Not too spicy, but
Yeah.
a little bit.
That would be perfect, to pair with, say like a
long hot.
Well, that's
How about
okay.
some long hot?
I guess you're all in.
And jalapeno lager, right? We could go with a long hot with them and then smoke a cigar.
Speaking
See
of
how
that, I
that
thought we
goes.
were going to be doing a little long hot competition here. Well, why don't we just have Alex make them and eat them? It's much
we eat
easier.
them like that, yeah.
Much easier.
Especially when he stuffs them with the sausage and cream cheese.
Boy,
That's a nice touch.
pretty soon. Hopefully, we get in, to this warm weather soon. I can't stand this cold. Where Alex is arguing and fighting with all the animals, getting into his garden all summer long.
Yeah, right?
That's entertaining.
Not as cold. It's nothing like nice sitting outside to have a cigar and all
That's
that.
what we should do. Is we should go put lawn chairs in his backyard. Watch him plant the garden. Watch him trying to
Do
catch
it all.
the chipmunks, and
I just tell him that Alex, I need some long hots, and he brings a bag of long hots.
that's it. It's easy. You don't have to go to the store.
You could still find long hots over in stores. I don't know where they're coming from and all that.
Yeah.
Like that, but I don't know if the taste is the same. I didn't have them in a while. After my last episode, my mouth was on fire for a week. But they're so good, you can't stop eating them.
No.
And you know they're
And you
hot.
know it's going to be trouble.
Yeah.
You know the repercussions, but doesn't matter.
Mhm.
Doesn't matter. What else you got?
Last week, so I never knew this was a thing. 'Cause I don't know a lot about cars except you drive them, you put gas in them. But you need an oil change, you bring it to the garage, right? That's all I drive the car, I don't. That's all I know about cars. Last week, I don't know, one day I go out and start one of our vans for deliveries. Turn the car and it's like, oh Christ, the muffler must have fell off.
Yeah.
Well, what the hell? Why not?
I don't know.
I don't know. So I'm thinking the muffler fell up. I take it to the next day. I take it to the garage and tell the guy there must be a muffler. It's real loud, Bobby, and I don't know.
Yeah.
He said, "All right, well I can't get it in today. I'll get it in tomorrow." I said, "Well, there's no hurry. We don't need it." So he calls me the next day, and he said, "We got a problem." I said, "What's the problem?" He said, "Well, you don't need a muffler." I said, "Oh, that's a good thing." He said, "No, it isn't." He says they cut off and stole your catalytic converters. He said, "They did what?" And like I said, I don't know about cars. I just know they're on a car, but I don't know what. I said, "What do you mean?" So I went over to the garage and showed them. Sure enough, they just crawl underneath the car. And they cut the two pipes off and take the catalytic converter because they could sell them at a junkyard. I don't know, a couple $100 or whatever they get for them.
Unbelievable.
They got two vans.
Wow.
Just crawled underneath.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
He said they could do them in a couple of minutes. Can you imagine that? Just freaking, and anybody's car, like your car parked out there now.
You would never know somebody laying underneath it.
They can really do cars, I guess, because it's too low. But if you have an SUV, a van,
Something
truck,
that, yeah. As soon as
just
they
crawl
get
underneath. They got a saw, cordless, right? Boom. He said he showed me that he just cut the two pipe on each end. Looks like a muffler. Cut it
Yeah.
off and gone.
just like that.
Now at the garage, $1,500 each to fix them. Can you imagine
Unbelievable.
that?
Unbelievable.
I never.
What are you
knew
gonna
that
do
was a
when you
thing.
find the guy?
I ain't gonna find him. What the hell am I gonna do? I don't have no. But I just never heard a van or anything start that was so loud. Yeah, somebody gets a hole in your muffler or something.
Right,
This
yeah.
was so loud. I think, holy Christ. But that's what they
That
did.
sucks.
And then they take them, and I guess I don't know.
Who
I
knows?
guess there's
Who knows? But
platinum or
see
gold
that-
or something inside.
I mean, I
them.
haven't seen a lot of that lately, but you see them. They go on sprees. I guess it probably depends on what they're being paid for at the time.
Well, I had to call the police to get a police report for the insurance company.
Yeah.
And when the officer came over, and he was nice, he says, this happens every night, everywhere. Everywhere they go, they get these calls
It's easy.
constantly.
Especially if you could just go lay under somebody's car, you don't even know they're under there.
Cordless.
Yeah. You don't even know they're
Takes
there.
a couple minutes to do that. So that was my excitement last year.
Yeah,
So-
I would have been pissed.
Well, what are you gonna do?
Well,
What are you gonna
I
do?
still would have been pissed.
Yeah, I was pissed, but smoke an extra cigar.
Yeah,
Right?
Well, there you go. There you go. As long as it
Excuses
doesn't,
smoking
as long
extra.
as those that $3,000 doesn't cut into your cigar budget.
Well, no, cigar budget's different.
That's
You-
different.
You got to have different.
Oh, yeah.
Like gambling money's here.
Yeah,
Cigar
cigar
money's
budget,
here.
yes,
Eating
yes.
out money, it's all different. You
Yeah,
don't
and if
mix
you have to
match.
sacrifice, it's never from the cigar
Oh,
budget
hell no.
or the gambling budget.
And that's another reason you should always have a lot of cigars in your humidor. Because then if you hit a little dry spell for a week, you have enough to carry you through.
Yeah, it happens.
It's like a bear when they hibernate in the winter, right? They eat everything up till they go hibernate to store it up.
And then they go buck wild when they get out and they start ripping my garbage open all summer.
There's garbage everywhere.
My God.
Everywhere, right?
I mean, what's wrong with the neighbor's house?
Like you have or something. I don't know.
I don't know.
There's nothing you can do about it.
No, not a thing.
Except look at him on your camera.
I watch it and
watch
say he was here, and I go outside, clean it up every morning.
Maybe it'd be better just throw it on the driveway and don't let him rip it apart.
Put a couple long hots in there. Well, that might not be good either.
No.
I'll be cleaning up more than the garbage.
Usually at the dumpster out in the back of Capriati's, we have the bears because they come right out of the woods there. And they attack that thing like there's nothing, especially like if we were cutting meat or chicken and you throw the scraps out there to raw. And they eat that, and the one day I go
You
out
don't
there
want to
because
get
we
in
got to
between.
clean
You
it
don't
up.
want to get in between them and the dumpster.
No, you got to clean it up the next day. You go out with a
brutal.
rake and broom and shovel and all that.
It's brutal.
And the one, something must have not agreed with him because he dropped a deuce right in front of the dumpster like it was. I was like, oh, buddy, come on.
Yeah, no manners, none.
At least take it in the woods.
Nah.
Right in front of the dumpster, I almost stepped in it.
Nope.
But something didn't agree with him.
No shame. It's like when you got to go to the bathroom at home. The whole family's in there.
Come on.
I was like, what's going on here? I feel like I'm on display.
Mm-hmm.
But, listen, don't tell me that hasn't happened to each and every one of you out there.
Everybody does.
Every single
You're
one.
laughing now.
Yeah.
You know what happens. Probably happened right now to somebody too. As you're watching this
It's
on there.
crazy. But this cigar, I really enjoy this cigar. And I enjoyed the first Trinidad Espiritu. It's a little bit totally different than the blend altogether.
Yeah, no doubt. I did. I like that Trinidad too. That yes.
I'd smoke another one, you know. Obviously, you gotta smoke more than one to make up your mind. This is the first one that I'm smoking, but I mean, usually right away you could tell if it's gonna be for you or not,
Yeah, I could tell.
or not necessarily gonna be a bad cigar, or just not for you. You know right away if it's not gonna be for you. But this is right in line with what I usually smoke and what I look for in a cigar.
This will be something. I don't know if it'll be something that I'm going to smoke.
Maybe not a box,
Not all
maybe
the
grab a
time, but
couple
I'll mix
singles
this in here and there.
That depends. If you're getting smoked in poker and you need another box by, you might have to do it.
Okay. So we're going to finish these cigars. I'm going to think about and do a little research. I think on my Super Bowl bet, we have a little extra time in between here
Yeah.
for the next
Gather our
till
thoughts.
the next game, and
Yeah,
not
for
that
sure.
it's going to help. And
It may
enjoy
not.
what you're smoking.
Just don't overthink it.
I know that's
Thanks
what
for
happens.
joining us.